is struggling to come forward as well. Mark Martin is still the leader.
Tommy Kendall went in turn one a little while ago, Paul, a little bit low, lost a little bit of momentum. Earnhardt went right by him. Little Al went right by him. He went back to second to last place almost immediately.
Earnhardt and Marlin come to work up on Terry Labonte now. He comes down inside Labonte, and we've got trouble. And Earnhardt's in it big time.
Oh, we've got several cars. There's Sterling Marlin, dark blue car.
So over in turn 4, several cars involved in contact. A couple, including Earnhardt. And there you see Robbie Gordon as he tries to limp back to the pits. There's Kinzer. You saw a brief shot of him. Heavy damage to the right front. Earnhardt says, no, this one is over. I'm taking it to the garage.
It's amazing that he can even drive that thing to the garage. Look how bad it's been.
You can see the camera
on board there with Earnhardt as he takes it all the way back to the IROC garage area.
Terry Labonte, some damage to the right front of his car.
So, and there you take a look at the 4 car of Sterling Marlin as he sits up against the wall. Robbie Gordon had a lot of smoke coming out of the cockpit of that car, but it doesn't seem to perturb him. He hasn't climbed out yet.
Well, he's still hoping that he can get it back together. When you see this many cars wrecked, the guy wants to stay in the race no matter what, because that's the point deal.
So 5 cars involved in this situation, 7 circling the track very slowly. Here's what got it started, Benny.
Looks like some contact between Jeff Gordon and Kinzer. And there comes Earnhardt right in the side of Kinzer.
There's Sterling Marlin running right into Kinzer. Kinzer really got a lot of hits right there, but I think, Benny, if I caught the film just right, it looked to me like Kinzer lost it. Got it spun out there.
So 5 cars heavily damaged. There's Steve Kinzer's car. Initial report are all that the drivers climbed out of their cars and they're okay. We'll update that should there be any change. But we've got some of these IROC Firebirds that are heavily damaged. Kinzer's car is witness at one point. Lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You just got a glimpse of the leader who has been out in front right from the green flag, Mark Martin. He's being chased by Johnny Benson, the 10 car. And Benson was appearing to close in for the last several laps, but now, well, it actually seems like Mark Martin has actually pulled out just a little bit on Benson, with 5 laps now to go in the run.
There's no doubt about it. Mark Martin has been the class of this field. I mean, in spite of all the wrecks, all the damaged cars, Mark has led every lap and just passes the cars so easy. Just looks like he had it made tonight.
Advantage of being the leader. He was in front of the accident.
Yes, the accident happened in the battle for 4th spot. So the cars, the 4th and 5th place cars of Jeff Gordon and Steve Kinzer crashed, and then the cars behind them started piling in. So the first 3 cars, the only ones to miss the accident.
And still, that shot that Earnhardt took as he just went head-on into that accident, that was something to see. Little Al came bouncing down behind and ricocheted off a couple of cars, but he's managed to keep his machine out there way back, and he's been lapped by the leaders, but there are points there, and that's what Little Al is after. Again, the relationship, you can see the lights out on the top of that turn 4 grandstand between first Mark Martin and second Johnny Benson.
Now, Benson is not going to catch him. I thought a few laps ago he might have a chance, but he is not. He might as well just settle in, accept what he can get, which is 2nd place, and be happy with it.
I think Benson picked it up a little bit, Benny, but I think also Mark Martin had a little bit of reserve. He picked it up, too. I'm going to keep that going out, take a run on me.
At the same time, any fight that you may have hoped for between Rusty Wallace and Scott Pruitt has broken off. In fact, they occupy about the same interval of separation as first and second do, while at the same time they are well back from that battle for the lead. As we watch Mark Martin, Terry Labonte continues to get his injured car around here with all kinds of colored racers tape all over the car just to keep it holding together.
Showed you that racers tape does pretty good, Paul, because there's not very much of it that's blown off through this entire race. Good tape they used.
There's Mark Martin. He'll be looking for the white flag. 1 lap to go as he flashes across the stripe. 1.5 miles. Benson chases him. Nothing changes in the rest of the order. So Mark Martin is looking at victory here as he heads down the backstretch. That early on accident not having any impact on his run whatsoever, but having quite an impact on the points fight. As once again, you see the interval. First to second place. Mark Martin makes that final turn for home. Comes down in front of the crowd here. They come to their feet. They love the run. And Mark Martin takes the win. And followed by Johnny Benson Jr. And I'll tell you what, he came into this race 11th in the points, and that's really going to help out.
And Paul, the lights came on down on the turn 4 at the same time the checkered flag fell.
So as we look at Terry Labonte, Mark Martin has been the dominant power here in the very first IROC run at Charlotte. When we come back, we'll be talking with him. Take it.